important to have the knowledge of computing, most especially when it comes to office applications. And when we talk about office application, what are we talking about? And what kind of applications are suitable for office use? So it is important that we get to know that some applications are very important. So the one to look at is Microsoft Office. Microsoft Office contains a lot of applications. So we look at Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint. These applications are very, very, you know, good. And then there's a whole lot of places where they are very, very important for use. So this is the reason why we must try to know how to use all of them, and it's important. So in thinking about all of these things, I'm going to be teaching us with Microsoft Word today, and I won't bore you with a very long, you know, class. So I will be doing it little by little. Then before we finish the whole series, you will have been a very good person to use Microsoft Word. And then we move to Excel, we move to PowerPoint, and so many other applications that are good for Office, like Graphic Designer and all of that. So first and foremost, what's the difference between Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, and Microsoft PowerPoint? All these applications are inside Microsoft Office. So once you buy one software of Microsoft Office, you possibly have all these applications, and there are more that you will also see there. That are they have specific ways of using them, and they have why we are using them. But these three major ones are very, common for anybody in any environment. So you want to do CV, you want to do presentation, you want to do a statistical record of a particular organization or anywhere in your office. Microsoft Office is good. So Microsoft Word is good for, and this is just the application I opened right now. This is Microsoft Word 16, version 16, and I'm still going to talk about version later. So this is Microsoft Word 2016, and from even 2018, 20, you will see their interface like this, looking very much alike. So that wouldn't be any problem for you to pick the difference and use them. So Microsoft Word is a word processing applications. So you use it to format, arrange your text, make it in a very presentable manner. So when you see a office letter being given, appointment letter, sack letter, memorandum, all these kind of letters, CVs, Microsoft Word is capable of doing all of these things perfectly well, and they are very, it has all of the features that is needed to do that. So the second one we talk about is the Microsoft Excel. Excel, when you open it, is more in like a statistical format. You have rows and column where you have something like a tabular interface where you have rows and column and cell. You'll be hearing those terminologies more when you are talking about Excel. That's Microsoft Excel for you. It is used to keep record and to perform some statistical functions where you can do some little calculations. You can keep record using Microsoft Excel, and all of these things are also good and suitable for office use. The third one I'll be talking about right now is the Microsoft PowerPoint. The PowerPoint is mainly for presentation. So when you open it, you will see a lot of slides. So you will see this terminology is being used when we're talking about Microsoft PowerPoint. It's used for presentations, and then you have a lot of graphics, so many animations that can be used to display whatever you want to go and present. So you are thinking of pitching for one particular job or a proposal, all of that, and then you want to present it. Microsoft PowerPoint is suitable for such things. So, and that's most of the things that are very important. So they have similar menus because it's Microsoft that produce all of these applications. So by this, it is important to take note of all of these things I'm talking about. So today, I'll just give you a brief introduction to Microsoft Word. So when you open Microsoft Word, this is the interface that first open to you. You can choose to either click on this new or click on this blank document to start working. And then all these things you see here, they are just templates. You know, this one that you are seeing here is just a template of resume, your CV. So if you want to pick on this pattern, you can just use it and edit it to suit your needs. However, there will be a different format that you may want to use to do all this kind of thing. So you use a blank document to start with. So I'm going to be introducing you to in the interface today, and then from there I will continue in the next class to explain the second the second class I'll be taking you. So I will start by opening this blank document. So it is opened right now, and then I want to show you around this interface. So you see all these things that we call menu. These are menu. These are menu. We see file, home, insert, design, layout, reference, mailing, review, and so on. So when you open it, they are your menu, and they contain the tools, every tools you need to make your document look presentable and well formatted. And I hope you are getting that. So the next thing you see is this, all this bar here. We call it standard toolbar. Standard toolbar. So you automatically have them by default when you open it, and it can be minimized. Look at this place. When you click like this, it has been minimized. But when you hover your mouse on any menu that you want, they come down again. So you can as well still choose to pin it down here. So in case, I've seen some people telling me that when they open it, they can't see this standard toolbar. No, this is what happens. So maybe by default or by any means, you minimize it from here. You collapse this standard toolbar here. So when you collapse it here, it goes inside, and then you can't see it here. So if you can't see it, any menu that you want, so once you click on them, their tools come down. So if I click on this home now, the two come down, and if I remove if I click any space, it goes off again. And then if I need it, if I want it pinned down, how will I do it? So when I click on home and I look at this pin here, so if I click on this pin, I'll pin it down, so it won't go anywhere. It will just stay there for my quick use. That's what it's there for. And then it is very important that you take note of all of this. It's important. So the first thing we'll be looking at is that this is a type of toolbar, tools bar that you could see. You could see different kind of tool. I'm going to explain all of them as soon as possible. So this is what we call scroll bar. This is scroll bar by this right side here. You see my mouse hovering over this place. This is what is called scroll bar. And then this is status bar. This one here, status bar. It displays the number of page, the number of words, number of lines that you have in your document, and then you can zoom in, zoom out from this angle here. You can zoom in, zoom out. You can zoom in depending on how your eye is. So we determine the level at which you want to zoom your document. And the last one you see here is for the Windows, and it is called taskbar. So it displays the number of applications opened on your system. So without wasting time at all, let me just do one or two things. So I will use this tool in this standard toolbar to explain one or two things to you. So let me assume that I want to type a kind of heading to whatever I'm going to do right now. So I can just say introduction to Microsoft Word. So I want to type that. I'll just do introduction to Microsoft Word. So in typing it like this, I want to do some kind of formatting to these things. So two things involved. Okay, well, let me just say, one thing you must first do when you want to format any text in Microsoft Word or in any Microsoft application package, you must highlight it. You have to highlight it. And what does it mean to highlight? You put your mouse before or after what you want to format. So when I put it before, I click and drag over it. However, if you want to, there's a shortcut for this. If you want to select everything, at a time, you can just do the control key on your keyboard plus A. It will automatically select everything for you without dragging my mouse at all. So that's what it does. However, if you want to correct some portion, or you want to edit some portion of your document, you can just click before or after and drag your mouse over the portion at which you want to edit. And once you do that, it's like this. So I can start giving it what I want to give it. So you see this B here. This B is for bold. When I click it, it's bold enough. So you see the size here. I can change the size to be more bigger to 18. So I want to be more big. Okay, let me choose 20. So I want the font to change. You can see where I'm clicking now. I just click, maybe probably let me click area narrow. So then I want it to be at the center. You will see this icon here. This one is left, this one is center, then this one is right, then this one is for justification, which I'm going to still explain very soon. So I want to centralize this, and after centralizing it, I want to underline it. This is for underline, so I'll just click on it like this. Looking at this now, I have been able to do this to format